Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It is Friday afternoon here in the Eastern Time Zone of the USA. It is 20 Zulu on October 13th, 2023. And this is the weekend special. You never know what you're going to get. But today we've got a very special guest. It's Nathaniel, W2NAF, the lead for HamSCI. Hello, Nathaniel.
Hi, Tim. How are you? Nice to
Good.
see you today.
Yes, it's great to see you. And Nathaniel, you've got a project coming up tomorrow. Why don't you
I sure do.
tell everybody about that?
So we have the HamSCI Festivals of Eclipse Atmospheric Science, which include a number of different experiments that pertain to the annular solar eclipse that's happening, and one that's very special, the Solar Eclipse QSO Party. It's a ham radio contest that will do a scientific experiment about the eclipse.
Well, that's great. Now you've got a website that has all the details. Why don't you show our viewers and walk through some of the website?
That sounds great, Tim. Yes, if you go to hamsci.org, you'll see this banner right here, the hamsci.org, HamSCI Festivals of Eclipse Atmospheric Science. And if you click on that, that will take you to the webpage with all of the different experiments. Now, there's quite a few on here, but most of the hams, if you're not familiar with this already, the one you're probably going to be interested in is the Solar Eclipse QSO Party, the SEQP. If you click that, it jumps right over to the rules, and it's very similar to many other amateur radio contests that you might participate in. There's a standard exchange. You can use N1MM Plus, and there's an SEQP module for N1MM Plus. And then you're going to be able to log into there's, I guess this still needs to be updated here. They're going to put that up tonight. I know they've been testing out. You're going to upload to Bruce Horn's website all of your QSOs, your QSO logs, and then once you get the scoring done, you'll get a certificate.
Boy, that sounds great. Now, tell us what the value is of this data, of the logs that are going to be sent in. What is the value in the experiments of the solar eclipse?
Well, we're really interested to see how the eclipses affect the ionosphere. And, you know, we've actually been studying how eclipses affect the ionosphere for about 70 years already. But every eclipse is kind of new and gives us new information because they're all in different positions and going in different paths. And, today with software defined radio and the things like the reverse speaking network and WhisperNet and PSK reporter, we can get richer observations than ever before. And so having this data will help us to understand HF radio propagation better. It will help us to be able to test our models of the ionosphere too.
And how many people do you think are going to participate tomorrow during the solar eclipse?
Oh boy, I don't know. I'm going to guess somewhere between around 500 to 1,000. In 2017, we had 500. We have a little bit more PR this year. So I'm hoping we have quite a few. And what'll be wonderful too is the way we have it set up, we're using not only the logs that people send in, but we're also using WhisperNet, PSK Reporter, RBN. So if you just get on the air at all using digital modes or CW this weekend, you're going to help out with the effort.
Well, that is great because all that data, I mean, you've got students and also other members of HamSCI that are going to crunch this data, right?
Yes, we do. We have students. We have we have volunteers. We're going to be we're in the process of hiring a postdoc. So we're going to have all sorts of people looking at this data.
Well, that is great. And then the last time you published articles,
I sure did. So yeah, you can go to, see if I go up here. We published the article in Geophysical Research Letters. And so this is the article right there, modeling the amateur radio soundings of the ionospheric response to the 2017 Great American Eclipse. And if you scroll down here, these are all of the spots, the reverse speaking network spots we saw during an 8-hour period during the last eclipse. And so the little black dots are CW transmitters, the blue stars are RBN receivers, and the colored dots are halfway in between every transmitter and receiver whenever a QSO is observed.
Oh, that is amazing. And you can see where the eclipse went. And so what is the path like for tomorrow? I mean, I'm sure some of our viewers know, but do you have a slide that'll show the path and the timing of the eclipse for tomorrow?
I do. This one right here. So I will play this. So this is starting at 14 UTC. That's 15 UTC going across the US, leaving around 17 UTC, going into South America around 18 UTC, and it finishes up around 20 UTC.
Okay, so it's best in the western part of the US.
Yes, but we really want people from all over the US and even down into Central and South America to participate. Because even, Joe Huba, Dr. Joseph Huba, he's at Syntec Technologies, formerly of Naval Research Laboratory. He predicts what the ionosphere is going to look like as a result of the eclipse. And this is that prediction. And so wherever you see dark blacks, purples, and blues, that means there's going to be reduced ionospheric electron content because of the eclipse. And so you can see that the effect really is over the entire continent.
Wow. That is very cool. So how long after the eclipse before you start releasing results? Do you have any idea?
I don't know exactly. I can tell you that the reverse speaking network and all of that spot data, that's going to take a little bit of time to crunch. It took me a really good effort last time to get this all pulled together. Now that I know how to do this, it'll be easier. But I think a lot has happened between then and now. It'll still be a challenge. However, I do think I will hazard that we will have some interesting results out, maybe even by this week. And this is, a little bit of a, I feel a little risky saying this, but I feel like there's a possibility, and here's why. We actually have another, this is not the Solar Eclipse QSO Party, but we have another experiment called the Personal Space Weather Station, where people are deploying these devices called GRAPE receivers that are listening to WWV. And those GRAPE receivers are able to monitor Doppler shifts of the WWV frequency. And we now have a network of these things set up across the entire United States. So if you go to psws.hamsci.org, you can see all of these green dots are people who are sending in the GRAPE data. And if I bring up this other page right here, we now have it set up that Bill Engelke, AB4EJ, he's able to generate summary plots of the GRAPE data pretty much the day after the data is submitted. And so I can bring up an example. Here we go. This one right there. Yep, there you go. So these are examples of observations that the GRAPE network submitted from October 9th, so just a few days ago. And you can see some very dramatic signatures. This is just dawn right here. So we expect the eclipse to have signatures similar to dusk when the eclipse is starting and similar to dawn when it's ending. So what I'm hoping by Monday or Tuesday, Bill might be able to run a set of these for the eclipse day. And I'm hoping there will be some really obvious signatures of the eclipse actually happening. But those are all hopes. We'll see if that actually happens.
Well, that is really great. And I know you've got a lot of support from the ARRL, from ARDC, and National Institute of Technology. I mean, all
NASA and NSF.
Yes. So you've really captivated a lot of science and integrated it with ham radio.
It's been wonderful. And really, it's the amateur radio community has just been fantastic in supporting this. Getting this GRAPE deployment, this was done this was non-trivial. And, I'm really happy to say that, the grapes were developed by Case Western Reserve University, and they've been doing a great job of it. But it came to the point where we really needed help getting these things built. Some people build them themselves, but some people need some help building them. So we had a wonderful group of volunteers up in New England called the New England Grape Group that they got together and made 15 of these for us and made them in a very professional style. They actually used real breadboards, but they mounted them really nicely. It was fantastic. And they got that all put together and helped us actually deploy it on time for this. So,
that is tremendous. Well, I know you're going to have trouble sleeping tonight. It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow.
It sure will be. I'm just hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to just enjoy being on the radio a little bit. I invited a lot of students and friends and faculty over to my house tomorrow. I have my HF station here. I'm going to try to get on for the SEQP, and I'm going to try to also get students and my friends and family and other colleagues, try to get them on the radio too. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, no, this is great. Nathaniel, we will have you on here soon again to have you review, what you learned and what the team learned and the latest things going on at HamSCI. And just congratulations to you and everybody who has worked on this project. I know there's a whole bunch of people behind the scenes, and your leadership has been fantastic.
Well, thank you. And you too, Tim. I want to thank you for everything you do for the amateur radio community and for all of the support that DX Engineering has given these projects in the HamSCI community. It's really wonderful. So thank you.
Well, we're very proud to be a partner with you, and we look forward to hearing the results. And go to HamSCI, HamSCI.org for more information. You can get all the details on what's going to happen tomorrow and how you can participate as an amateur radio operator. And I hope all of you get on the air this weekend.
I agree.
Yeah, in addition to the Solar Eclipse QSO Party, there are lots of other operating events, and the weather is great. Mm-hmm. So get on the air and have some fun.
I agree.
Until next time, 73 from DX Engineering.
73 from the University of Scranton and HamSCI.